G'day punters, racing today at Warwick Farm. Unfortunately, we're racing on a very wet surface. They've had a lot of rain down there and we're currently racing on a heavy 9 and I don't think it's going to get much better than that at this stage. Then on Saturday, we have plenty of good racing. We've got the Rupert Clark Stakes at Caulfield in Melbourne, and then in Sydney we've got a couple of cracking races. We've got the shorts. Very excited about this race. Piarada, Classic Legend, Redzel, Osborne, Bulls, Santa Ana Lane. Nature Strip, at this stage he looks a bit overs to me. He pulled way too hard first up, but he was very short in the market there and he comes up about $9 in that race. That's an all-in market, acceptances to come out later today, but he did win the Galaxy on a heavy track, so he does represent a bit of overs for me, and if they do let him roll forward, he will improve very sharply. Then we got the T-Rose Stakes, all excited about Libertini. She's come up about $1.80 in all-in markets, which represents a bit of value for me as well. Just that breeze the other day, not breeze, I wouldn't say that. It was a much stronger wind than a breeze. That track put a pen through all that form and she still got the job done. She wasn't as impressive as she's been in the past, but she is a superstar in the making. And then we have the Colgate Optic White Stakes. Not sure about the name of the race, but Avilius, he's just been looking for the sting out of the track and he gets that 1,600 metres. He might be looking for further now, but on a wet surface, I think he is ready to improve sharply and he's about ready to win a Group 1 again. And then we are going to move on to today. Let's find a couple of winners. Warwick Farm, my best bet comes up in the 7th race. It is number 13, Deference. James Cummings stable, J-Max in the saddle. He's drawn barrier 11, speed's come out, there's been plenty of scratchings in this race, so he can roll forward from a little bit of an awkward draw. He'll come in a little bit because of the scratchings, but he's going to make his own luck on the speed, and I reckon he's going to be very hard to get past. He came back from Melbourne to win his maiden over Colada, who's come out and won last week at Canterbury very impressively. And then they tried him in the Group 3 up-and-coming stakes. He was at 1,100 metres to 1,300 metres there, and he just weakened out of it over the last furlong. So he's back to 1,100 metres today, which is absolutely ideal for him. He's been back to the trials. He ran 3rd in the trial, and one of the horses going past him was Brave Song, who we've seen is a very nice galloper. He won the Group 3 Healy Stakes in Queensland not long ago. And Vin Ichanka, not sure how to say that name, but that's Blue Diamond form, so that trial is really good. He wasn't asked to do too much in that trial either, and I think he's just going to be very hard to beat. He's making his own luck on the speed. 1,100 metres is absolutely ideal for him. He's back from Group 3 company. I have him very hard to beat. So that's the best bet of the day for me. Race 7, number 13, Deference with J-Mac in the saddle. The next best bet of the day comes up in the 5th race. It is number 15, Avon River. Drawn barrier 7, he's going to get back a little bit. Tommy Berry's in the saddle, so hopefully he doesn't get too far back because there's not a whole lot of speed engaged here. That was a strong win over Promotions a couple back. We'll see that form be franked hopefully in the first race because Promotions goes around. He's a $2.20 favourite at this stage in the first race. He was slow to begin in the Group 3 up-and-coming, and he ran really well. He got way out of his ground. He was at least 12 to 15 lengths off the horses up front in that race, but he got back and he ran on really, really nicely. He's been back to the trials. That was behind Bellevue Hill and Cosmic Force. He didn't wear any blinkers in the trial. He wasn't asked to do anything. The blinkers will go back on, and he has strong wet track form back from his 2-year-old days. He did run 4th in the listed Millennium as a 2-year-old, so that's good enough to have a speculative bet on him today. He's about $6.50, and I do have him hard to beat. I do think he might turn out to be the best horse in the race. So that is race 5, number 15, Avon River from the James Cummings stable. My value bet of the day comes up in the 6th race. It is number 1, Falcon Island for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Nash is in the saddle. I think the big thing for this horse is the blinkers are going on again. He improved sharply last preparation, third up. He's third up today. The blinkers went on that day and they go on again today. So I am set for him to improve sharply third up. That was also on a soft 7. Which he showed the improvement. He gets the heavy track, the sting out of the track today. I think all signs point to him improving sharply third up. There's limited speed in the race, so he gets to make his own luck on the speed. Second up, he tied over the last little bit behind Map Maker and Master of Wine. He's had 3 excellent trials on a heavy track, even though he hasn't had a chance to perform on a heavy track under race conditions. The last of those trials was before his first up effort, and that was behind Irukandji, and we saw what he did on Saturday, winning a strong race at Rosehill on Saturday. So I think this horse is going to be really hard to beat, and all signs set for him to improve sharply at his third run back for us from a spell. So that is our value bet of the day. Race 6, number 1, Falcon Island with Nash Rawiller, the informed Nash Rawiller in the saddle. That's it from me. Hopefully we can find a few winners. Hopefully a couple of those win for us. If you double them up, you might get a good result out of them. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our mailing list, please head over to our website at www.thelegupaustralia.com. And if you are going to have a bet at Warwick Farm today, please do so responsibly. And as always from the Leg Up Australia, good luck and good punting.